What's the crack, lads? Before we start, everything you see here is very, very early gameplay, so as to avoid spoilers. There's new videos every week, so hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon. Now let's get down to brass tacks. So, I finally played The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt a decade after its release, and shit, wow, I mean, I get the hype now. This sprawling RPG from CD Projekt Red puts you in the boots of Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter searching for his adopted daughter Ciri while dodging the otherworldly forces called the Wild Hunt. I'm playing this one now because I saw the trailer to Witcher 4 and I want to know what's going on when I jump into Witcher 4, and let's call a spade, Ciri is fucking hot. The game's world is massive, filled with political drama, deep lore, and plenty of moral ambiguity. If you're like me and late to the party, the main story alone will keep you busy for about 50 hours, but exploring the side quests and the world can easily push you past the 100-hour mark. If I see an erect penis, this game is going off. Oh, holy shit. That said, it's a commitment. I mean, this isn't a quick weekend fucking playthrough. I'm struggling by who I'm attracted to more. He's ripped abs or her ass. For a 10-year-old game, I mean, it looks great. Riding through Velen at sunset or climbing the snow-covered peaks of Skellig feels magical. Again, my nuts are twitching when I see some beautiful scenery. What's that about? The next-gen update gives it a facelift with better textures and ray tracing, but I did notice some screen stuttering, especially in busier areas like Novigrad. Shh. What the hell? What are you doing, horse? It wasn't enough to ruin the experience, but maybe it's worth mentioning. Character animations and facial expressions, while decent for their time, they do feel a bit dated now. Still, the environments, they make up for it. Every village, forest and ruin feels alive and handcrafted. Okay, I'd just like to clarify, when I said I thought Ciri was hot, I meant the older version of her in Witcher 4, not this 12-year-old version. Got it? Just putting it out there, just wanted to clarify, what the fuck is wrong with his face? The music is actually a pure highlight too. The haunting Slavic-inspired soundtrack fits perfectly into the game, whether you're in the middle of a tense fight or just wandering around the countryside. You know what's behind the ponytail, don't you? An arsehole. Voice acting is also solid across the board. Geralt's voice is iconic and gruff, stoic, and perfect for the brooding monster hunter, but I have to admit, I mean, let's fucking call a spade here, lads. Some of his lines felt a bit hammy. I mean, a few deliveries came off as unintentionally cheesy, which kind of pulled me out of the moment occasionally.
They also say mice are born of rotting straw.
What? On the technical side, though, combat sounds, while very functional, they just can get a little bit repetitive, especially during the longer battles. But overall, I mean, the audio design, it's really top tier. The gameplay is where The Witcher 3 really pulls the fucking rabbit out of its arse. I mean, the combat combines swordplay, magic, and alchemy, giving you plenty of tools to approach fights your way. Me and the boys after a round of flaming sambucas in the pub. It's not overly complicated, but there's, a lot of satisfaction in preparing for a tough monster battle, crafting oils and setting traps and using the right spells. What really hooked me, though, were the side quests. I mean, they're not your typical fetch quests. I mean, each one feels like its own mini-story, often with, tough moral choices. 796... 784. And the downside, the inventory system I found to be just a little bit of a pain. I mean, it took me a while to figure out what gear and potions were actually useful, but once I got into the groove, I mean, I couldn't put it down. Even 10 years later, lads, The Witcher 3 feels like a masterpiece. The story is gripping, the world building is unmatched, and the gameplay, while not perfect, is actually really rewarding. So this is the herbalist. That's ridiculous. She's so hot. Although I have a feeling she smells like a mix between cat piss and incense. So we're looking for an arsonist here. A mysterious arsonist.
Stinks of piss and vodka.
Maybe that's the herbalist. Sure, there are some cracks. I mean, the occasional screen stutter, a clunky inventory, and a few fucking corny lines. But there are small blemishes on an otherwise incredible experience. If you haven't played it yet, don't wait another decade like I did.
You'd like a reward, I suppose.
Well, what the fuck is he doing? I said we don't need payment, man. So for all those reasons, lads, we're going to give The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt a 9.5 out of 10. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments, folks. And as always, if you like these videos, tell your friends about me.